All right, wake up. That one was dead, bro.
What was that?
That one.
Really?
Yeah. Really?
Oh man.
Yeah, man.
That wasn't. It was good.
No, it wasn't. Did you think it was good?
I didn't hear it.
You thought it was good?
I didn't hear it.
Anyway,
I'm a damn pain at you, bro.
welcome to Scam of the Week, guys. This is William.
Marty.
What we have this week is the Scam of the Week. Now, we're going to be talking about one particular scam. We call it a scam, but again, you guys got to be careful when we use the word scam.
That's right.
Because a lot of times it's not necessarily a scam intentionally. We call it a scam because it could be. It's your responsibility as the buyer. Always fact check as much as you can to verify that what the seller is telling you is the absolute real information.
That's right.
If not, you can get caught in a scam,
That is
but
right.
it just might not be, and it could be your fault. So it's very important that you understand what to look out for. So what me and Marty are going to be talking about today, we're going to be showing you a very layered example. We're going to show you guys one example this week, and Marty's going to be walking you guys through this example because he had this conversation with the seller. What do you got for us today, Marty?
All right, guys. So first of all, welcome to number 3 show of the Scam of the Week. We are happy to have you here. And in this episode, actually, we're gonna talk about this one example that I have that is one of the most important thing you're supposed to know.
Yes.
So let's jump right into it.
Let's do it.
On this one, we're gonna talk about the IMEI number, why it's so important to ask for IMEI number, how to check the IMEI number, where to check the IMEI number, and why you need to ask for it and what you should do with it after you check it and all that
And
stuff.
what happens if you don't?
And definitely what happens if you don't.
Yeah, and that's what you want to stay away from. So let's go ahead and get
Yes.
started, Mike.
And this example here,
So before you get started, Marty, let's just, so this is basically a Facebook, right? This is Facebook?
Yes.
Right? And this is a communication via Facebook, and this is a Facebook market.
yes,
Right? And a lot of times people are going to be selling on the Facebook market. So for those of you that don't understand what you're looking at, this is basically the marketplace for Facebook.
That is correct.
Which you're going to find a lot of people selling and buying all types of things on this particular platform. So it's not just cell phones, but that's what we're talking about today. Sorry.
That's correct. So I went to Facebook. I wanted to purchase an iPhone X so I can resell it. I flip a lot of phones.
Right.
So, and this is one of the places that I like to go and see discounts sometimes.
Right.
And this one got my attention because it was a great price. It was a good phone, and I mean, it fit.
So all your criteria was right there. What
was
you were
right
looking for, check,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So now you got to go into the details to see, to make the absolute decision as if this is something that you actually want or
Definitely.
need to buy.
It has to make sense. The money has to make sense. The negotiation has to make sense.
So what do we start with? Do you start with the money a lot of times? The
No.
money making sense?
I don't.
What do you start with?
I actually look for the need, what the market is wanting.
Right.
And then I try to find whatever it is that they're wanting and try to find to see if it's available.
Next, it's got to
Yeah.
make financial sense for you, right?
Yeah.
So that'd be the next thing.
Exactly. So I put in my mindset, this is the kind of mentality that I tell people to go into the market and that I teach people.
Right.
Go in the market like if you're a broker. You are a broker.
Right.
You're the middle person. You're a broker.
Yes.
So you're going to connect this with this.
Right.
Buyers and sellers.
Correct.
Your job is to connect these two, a product to a buyer.
Gotcha.
So in this one here, let's go right in. So I found the iPhone X. I asked the lady, I say, hey, good morning. So the first question I asked, who is the carrier for this phone? Okay, that's very important. The reason why asking for the carrier is important is because there's specific carriers that allow you to do a couple of things. There's other ones that they don't.
So it depends on which carrier we're talking about.
That's right.
So you guys know the 3 big boys of carriers are Verizon,
Yes.
Sprint,
Yes.
AT&T, and
T-Mobile.
T-Mobile. There you
That's
go.
right.
4 carriers.
4 carriers.
Big boys.
So if the phone would have been from any of those carriers, or if it's for a specific carrier, in this case it's AT&T phone. Okay. So because it's AT&T phone, I have to take a different approach with the phone.
Then say if it were a
Sprint.
Sprint. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So for now, so she says originally AT&T, however it is unlocked and can go to any carrier. Now, when she mentioned it's AT&T, automatically my mind already know AT&T, if she reported stolen, I'm screwed.
Right.
I'm holding it back.
Right.
You see what I
So
mean?
that's not the same with
With Sprint.
Sprint.
No, because the Sprint, let's say if she reported stolen, Sprint will block the phone, but then I can still unlock it,
Right.
and I can still use it with whatever.
AT&T, you cannot do that.
No.
So if the phone is reported stolen, no matter what, you're not going to be able to use it.
You're done. You can only use it overseas in another country.
Gotcha.
That's it.
It's-
AT&T is red flag already. I have to be careful.
Okay.
Automatically.
Got it.
And that's something good to always keep in mind.
Right.
You know your carriers and know
What you can
what you can
and what you cannot do.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Simple as that. So automatically, I ask for the IMEI number. You have to ask for that.
Yes.
And then she sent it to me. So she sent it normally. She sent me a picture of the IMEI.
Right.
She took a screenshot.
Right.
And then here it goes.
Right.
And so I went and checked it in the website. The website that I use is called IMEI Pro.
IMEI Pro.
So I asked for it. I checked it in IMEI Pro, and this is what came up. It says the phone is under financial responsibility. Installment payments have not been paid.
Right.
So that right there is telling me that the phone is still being financed. So she's still making payments on the phone, if she's even the original owner of the phone. And meaning that anybody can block this phone at any moment, especially it's AT&T. They can just call, report it stolen, you're done.
Yeah.
So all that money you pay for it, you're screwed.
So an example of how this could happen bad for you guys is basically what she could do is after she sold Marty this device, what she could do is pick up AT&T and say that device has been stolen. So it's almost like selling a car. I like to use cars as an example because people really can relate to cars in regards to how things work. So that would be like me selling my car, and then as soon as I sell my car to somebody, I call my insurance company and report my car stolen.
That's right.
And then what they would be able to do is disable my car, and now the car that I reported stolen wouldn't be able to be used because it would be taken off of the network, right?
Yes.
So in a sense, it'd be like the person couldn't drive the car anymore because the gas wouldn't work or the wheels wouldn't work or something to that effect, right?
Exactly.
And so that is what could happen when you're dealing with or you're negotiating with or buying an AT&T device, like Marty said, versus maybe a Sprint device or something like that.
Correct.
So you got to be very careful, which is why it's very important to get the IMEI so you can check it, so you can know that this part right here, this red flag that came up under financial responsibility, installment payments have not been paid, is a big issue. It's a big problem on AT&T devices. Is there ever any situation where we would still want to purchase this device?
There is. For example, if I would send this device to my country,
Right.
then I would just negotiate the price all the way down,
Right.
and I will buy it for parts, and then I will send it overseas because it can be used overseas.
Right.
Or I would just buy it for parts.
So you knowing the market, you knowing how it works on a global scale also, you would be able to negotiate. When you say negotiate down, you mean you would be able to go, hey, instead of buying it for what you want to sell it for, I'll buy it for this.
That's
something
right.
to that effect.
Yes.
And try to negotiate to see if it's something they would actually do.
Exactly.
Now, in most cases, they probably wouldn't because they want to flip it for $600 or
Obviously.
$700 or whatever it is, but it's worth the shot, right?
It is worth a shot.
Yeah.
You know, especially when you know information. That's why if you can do, I'm even replying to that. Anyways, so if you can do your homework and you can get this right here, this information, now you have power.
Right.
You see?
Yeah.
So then you go back to the seller and be like, hey, this is what I found. This is what your device looks like.
Right.
And I am willing to pay this much.
Right.
This is what I think it's worth.
Right.
See?
So what did this lady do when you sent her back this information saying that this still had a financial obligation that was not paid?
Yeah, when I send her this back and then I say, hey, it says it still haven't been paid off, she just removed.
So she removed the item from the marketplace.
Yeah, and then she removed me from the conversation
She
too.
removed you from the conversation because it didn't make sense, right? At the end of the day, now the reason why we actually say scam is because sometimes it is a scam, but sometimes it's just that the person who's selling may or may not understand how the process works. They may or may not understand exactly the truth. They may think they're telling you the truth, but at the end of the day, it's Marty's responsibility or the buyer's responsibility. This is why we always say, to not get scammed is the buyer's responsibility.
It is the buyer.
Consumer's responsibility to be educated. We live in a world of information. We live in a world where you can get all the information, you can be educated, and when you're going into a space such as this and you're buying and you're selling, you need to educate yourself on what the pros, the cons, and the pitfalls are of any market you play in.
That's right.
That responsibility lies on you as the buyer, not the seller. In this situation, the reason why I say that is because she honestly could have thought that what she was telling Marty was the honest truth.
True.
Right? And because she gave him, if you notice, she gave him the IMEI, no problem. Right? She provided him with the IMEI, right? So she didn't hide it. She didn't say, like sometimes they go, what?
Oh man, it's just like they curse me out. Why you want me to tell you? Why you want me to give you that? What, you want to steal my phone or something? I'm like, bro, I can't do nothing with your phone.
Exactly, right?
Yeah, they go fussy.
And that's the signal right there. When they really give you a big stink about getting information that you really need, then that's a ding, ding, ding. That's an awareness that you should have the signal that something's not right. But in this situation, she actually gave Marty the IMEI, no problem, and he was able to go check it. And so he probably fed her back information that she was not aware of, right? And so once she saw that and she educated herself on that, she went and did her education, and basically she just discontinued the conversation. And she took the phone out of the marketplace. So again, guys, scam is, we use that word loosely because a scam, a lot of times as we define it, is not meeting the right expectation,
that is
right?
Correct.
Or selling a different expectation. But really it's just you buying something you're not aware of and somebody selling something that they're really not aware of also. So, that can happen. So prime example, Marty, that's great information, especially with the carrier information. And again, there's layers to this, guys. There's the carrier, there's the IMEI, there's the under financial responsibility installment. There's making sure that you understand each carrier and their do's and don'ts, which is different. So there's a lot of layer here that you have to understand in order to make the right decision.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
Marty, you got anything you want to add to this?
No, well, I mean, if the people, they leave the conversation like this lady did, and you learn something. See, situations like this help you understand and learn.
Right.
And never force a buy, never force a sell, never force a deal that is not for you. There's a million deals out there.
You can find them really easy. You just got to get good at doing it. It's like anything else. It's like riding a bike. The more you do it, the better you get at it.
That's
and
it.
The quicker you're able to identify it. As a matter of fact, Mr. Marty, he can identify a deal like that, and he can make a deal just like that. And he knows how to go in. He actually has you have a process that you actually use to identify deals, correct?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that you can use really quick, right? And then he's able to actually decide what's a good deal and what's a kind of shaky deal or what's an absolute bad deal really quickly too. But there's a lot of opportunity out there, guys. And I know we talk about scams, but guys, I want you to understand, we focus on scams and we focus on things that are inconsistent and making sure you guys know what to look out for. But there's more good than bad. We don't want you to think that there's more bad than good. There's actually more good than bad, right? You just need to understand how to filter out the bad so you can get to the good.
I have made many deals. I made so much money on using this Facebook and OfferUp and all those other platforms.
Right.
I made more good deals than bad deals.
For sure,
yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, we all got those stories with one or two bad stories, right?
Of course.
That comes with every experience. But for the majority of the time, the deals are good if we identify them correctly and we have a great outcome and a great experience. If we do our due diligence, we execute upon what we're taught, what we're learned, what we're educated on, and we make sure we stick to those principles. So guys, hope that was informative to you. If you guys have any questions, please let us know. And what we'll be doing is we'll be seeing you back here, same place, same time, next week. Scam of the week.
Click the link below. Always remember, click this link below to take you to the next level.
Exactly. Roy Magno.
Marty, we are out.
Over and
That's
out.
it.